Welcome back. Earlier this afternoon, we were feeling those temperatures actually in those 80s. Not even feeling it, did happen. We recorded a little bit of those warmer temperatures. First time in those 80s this year here in Grand Junction, Moab, those desert valleys, mid 80s. Delta not far behind. Well, actually same temperature, 82 degrees. Montrose not far behind at those mid 70s. Same as we look down that I-70 corridor too. Now we are going to continue with some mostly clear skies, maybe some intermittent cloud coverage this evening, but we are expecting just a slight little bit of a cool off through the weekend where we're dropping just a few degrees for those afternoon highs. As we start the early work week, we're even dropping back down towards those seasonal norms in the mid to upper 60s, and there is a slight chance for maybe a little bit of some early work week showers. But we'll notice this is that temperature trend a little bit again in those upper 70s tomorrow and the next day, then dropping up and down between those upper and mid 60s through the early and even the later work week all the way through Thursday, feeling 68. Now our almanac does show that we were well above those seasonal averages today. Low end of things also just a few degrees above what we're typically used to. And this is all due to the same high pressure ridge we've been tracking and moving across. But moving on out towards those central plains, we're focusing our attention and tracking this kind of closed low off the west coast that's going to make its way across the Great Basin. And as it does, it's not going to be very mature. Those storms aren't going to be very strong coming with it, but that's what's going to give us a little bit of that increase in cloud coverage by the time we kind of start that work week. But I did mention some intermittent cloud coverage tonight. We'll notice as we wake up tomorrow, it's going to start to clear just a tad locally. Those high regions might still be looking at partly cloudy skies. Same through Saturday evening down that I-70 corridor and through those northern mountains, but then clearing on up as we wrap up the weekend and kind of start the work week. We'll still see again those pretty clear skies, maybe at least until Monday, kind of late morning and early afternoon hours is when that cloud coverage and possible chance for showers, rain showers locally will roll on in. Mind you, there is even a chance for some possible spring snow through those high regions, but it will be very, very minimal accumulations, if that, because those temperatures are still, again, on that warmer side of things, might not necessarily reach the ground. And we are still in a drought, mostly in that moderate to dry zone for the western slope, and a lot of these southern regions still have that fire weather warning active in the state of Colorado, at least until kind of those later hours this evening. And also, we'll notice those wind speeds actually tomorrow are still staying just a tad bit breezy with these warmer temperatures, double-digit mile-an-hour seen through the majority of the western slope. Now, we'll notice with these kind of higher wind speeds, not even higher wind speeds, pretty mild, we have elevated tree pollen, low grasses, low weeds, just a tad bit of some mold pollen. And even tomorrow, those temperatures are staying above averages. Speaking of tomorrow, we will still be seeing upper 70s, even low 70s through Montrose, 80s through those desert valleys, definitely on that warmer side of things. And speaking of that warmer side of things, tomorrow, Palisade Bee Festival. Our day planner is showing us all those sunny skies, at least until that 6 p.m. hour when maybe just a tad bit of some, well, partly cloudy skies rolls on in. But overall, bring that sunscreen with you, short sleeves, shorts, even some sandals. Now, Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast again has us returning to those normals by the time we look into that early work week day. And Montrose isn't that far behind. We are looking at just a tad bit cooler as we kind of start the weekend, and the early work week. Coolest day will be 50s on Monday before returning back to normal.